For this segment of our North Central Oklahoma garden tour, we're near Douglas, Oklahoma in Garfield County, visiting the garden of Bonnie Winchester. Hey Bonnie, welcome to the program.
Steve.
Well Bonnie, I look around here and I see your home is kind of a farm home, and you're right out in the middle of all these fields, and I bet you get a lot of wind up here.
A lot of wind.
Okay, so
it adds to the problems, yes.
Part of the challenge of gardening up here, so you have to always think about that and get those plants that work well. But this is a farm where you've lived for a number of years, and you started gardening how long ago?
I started gardening in 1992 when I did the Master Gardener program.
Okay, so you are a Garfield County Master Gardener?
I am, yes.
All right, great. And on the farm here, you guys have some old Bodark fence posts. Okay, and you utilize those as edging around a lot of your beds here, and just touching those are really heavy.
Right.
So another good thing about those is they last a long time. They're not going to rot anytime soon. Okay, all right, they're gonna be around. Well, I really like the rustic look that you've created with those old fence posts in your edging. Well, right over here I see a really tough plant. I've seen this at some old home places. What do we got here, Bonnie?
This was bouncing bat, and there was some of that here when we moved.
Okay, so it was here 40 years ago.
Well, not this particular one, but there was some here 40
here.
years. So,
Okay.
And so when I had an opportunity to get some, then I got some.
Okay, great old-fashioned perennial and tough. Super tough plant. And you like native plants. I know I've seen you at a lot of the Oklahoma Native Plant Society meetings.
Right.
So you have a great interest in those?
Well, yes, they do real well for me, and I'm kind of, if I can't eat it, I don't want to water it. And
okay. See the Maximilian sunflower here, beautiful in the fall.
Well, I love it in fall.
Yeah, okay. Well, I see something else you've done with those Bodark fence posts here. You built an arbor and got the climbing rose on there. Which rose is that, Bonnie?
This is New Dawn, and of course it's the weather's kind of taking its toll with the wind and the rain, but it's gorgeous when it's all in bloom.
Okay, I bet earlier this year it was just gorgeous. Well, I love the rustic look of those structures that you created there. And you've got the barbed wire, the old rusty barbed wire wrapped around it, and I love that look. We've got some hardy lantana, and this has been here for a while?
It's been here for quite a while.
Okay. Got some of the varieties of lantana that are winter hardy in Oklahoma. And this one with the kind of yellow and pinkish flowers there. Very, very good, tough, hardy perennial. And you have a lot of antiques in your garden. Lots of wagon wheels, and in one part of the garden you've got a little water feature with an old pump, and just all sorts of things. Where did those come from?
Most of them were here. Yeah. Now, so occasionally friends do bring you things, but most of them were here.
Okay, all right. That rust color looks so good in the garden. Yeah. Okay. So you had a great choice of those to work with. Okay, well, I see you're doing a little bit of composting here. Pretty simple composting structure there. Just take the weeds and the old plants once they're you've harvested maybe your cabbages and things, and just pull up those stalks and made some really good compost, I bet. Well, up in this part of the garden, I can see you're busy putting out some mulch, and you have a source of this mulch.
Yes, being on the farm, we always have some straw, and this year, this was wheat hay, and there was some, the baler was malfunctioning, and we have a few that didn't get tied correctly, so I latch onto those.
All right, if they don't get wrapped up right, they're yours for
mine.
Use in the garden for mulching. Well, I can see you've been busy. I see the bale over there with the pitchfork, and almost worked down to about half its size or less. And Bonnie, I see another interesting thing in your garden. I see these cedar shingles kind of stuck in the ground around the plants. Can you explain that a little bit?
I used those when I first put out my plants to keep the wind. The wind is really beats them up.
Sure.
And then, of course, I have a dog, and that keeps the dog off.
Okay. So two-part
Right.
process there. Keeps the wind off those young seedlings, and then keeps the dog from just running through the plants. Another type of edging you've got in another bed over here, Bonnie, is some little round chunks of concrete. Where did those come from?
They came from a Master Gardener friend, and they're core samples.
Core samples? Okay.
They're concrete core samples of some kind, you know.
Okay, like if someone's pouring on the highway or something.
That's where I understand they came from.
Okay. But a great way to recycle those, and makes a great garden edging, and gives you a little bit of a raised area. You can raise those beds a little bit here in your vegetable garden. And I see you have a little bit of a native plant garden out here in the front of your vegetable garden with the rock and the gravel, and again those fence posts, and got some really nice plants in there. Any of those are particular ones that you like? Some of those natives?
I like the prairie zinnia.
Okay, that you
I like yes, that's because, and I like the Blackfoot daisy because
Okay.
those give me color all year.
They do bloom for a long time,
They
both of
bloom,
those.
yeah.
Yeah, great
And
great natives.
then another of my favorites is the Engelmann daisy or
Okay.
cutleaf daisy because it blooms all year for me. So
Okay, love those plants as well. Okay. Well, Bonnie, thank you so much for showing us your garden. I
Okay.
think it's just terrific.
okay, thank
Thanks
you.
a lot.